In this video, I am going to share with you how to use the law of attraction to save your relationship. Now, it doesn't matter whether you broke up yesterday or months ago or years even, or if your specific person left you, abandoned you, whether you are afraid that your relationship might get ruined, like things are not working out and you're afraid that it might come to an end. This will work for you. You can change your life. It doesn't matter what is going on in your physical reality at the moment. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I would do if I was in that situation. Let's say if I were to manifest my ex back right now, these are the things I would do immediately. And in fact, I have done these things already and they have worked for me. And I sometimes I need to keep doing them because life happens. Perfect relationships don't just come to us. We need to work on them. And especially we need to work on ourselves. We need to do the inner work, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. But before we get into that, hi everyone, it's Kaisa here. If you're new on this channel, we're manifesting our dream life. So if that sounds like something you would like to do as well, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified whenever I post new videos. So the first thing that I want you to do if you want to save your relationship is to commit yourself to this process and forgive and let go. Decide that, okay, I am going to do this. I am going to change my life, my inner reality. I am going to do the inner work that is required. And I am going to forgive this other person. I am going to let go of fears, doubts, grudges, hurts. I'm going to let go of things like, oh, this other person hurt me. They should apologize to me. I'm not talking to them because they're like this, they do that, they're like that. I want you to let go of all that. And it is because it's not to, say that your experience doesn't matter, or if you've been hurt, you should suppress it. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you want something new to happen in your life, if you want things to change, you need to clear up some space for those new wonderful things. So you need to first let go of the old stuff, the old story, the old beliefs, the old story where you're hurt, the old story where you've been left. Your specific person abandoned you. They hurt you. They did this, they did that. You need to find it within yourself how you can forgive them, how you can forgive yourself as well, and how you can let go. And then decide like, okay, I am really going to do this. But in order for me to do this, I need to let go of the blame. I need to set myself free. And when you do that, when you begin letting go and forgiving the other person, it's okay to validate your feelings, to hear yourself. Like, what's wrong? How do I feel? Like, if I feel hurt, what it is that is making me feel this way. You can even write a list of complaints, like this specific person, like they hurt me, they did this, I don't like it when they do this. But the point here, listen very carefully, because I don't want you to, start the blaming game, because we need to let go of that. But also at the same time, it's very, very important that we hear that hurt, hear that story that is going on in our minds. And it's very beneficial to, get it on a paper so that we can put it a bit further from us. Like we can look at it like this and see that it's not who we are. It's just a story. This is not the reality. It might be happening, but this is not who we are. And there hasn't been a single time in my life and in my own practice and healing process that there would have been some outside circumstance happening without any link to my childhood. So I've noticed that every time when I experience something in my physical reality, something unpleasant, maybe my specific person abandoned me, something like that, when I write about it, I write down how I feel in my body and in my emotions. I validate my feelings. I'm there for myself. I'm like, I really feel hurt right now, and I'm really going to figure it out why I feel this way, and I'm gonna validate that feeling. I'm gonna hear it. When I write it down, first of all, I'm expressing those feelings, those emotions. I'm not expressing them to another human being. At least I'm trying not to. I don't want to be like, hey, you do this and you make me feel like this and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do that anymore. I've done that, but it doesn't work. It doesn't help. It's only going to ruin things even further. But there has to be a way for you to express how you feel. And writing can be a good way to do that. So whenever I write down something, I write down my experience. I feel this way. I don't like it when this is happening. It makes me feel like this, and so on. And I always notice that there is some kind of link to my childhood. Like, it is not the first time that I am experiencing this particular situation. And that kind of frees me. First of all, I write down my experience. Then I look at it from a little bit of distance. I stop identifying with it. I start seeing it from another perspective. I'm not that story or that belief anymore. I take it away. And then I also notice that this is not the first time I feel this way in my life. This is not the first time I experience something like this in my physical reality. And that is very powerful. Because when I see that link between my current reality and my childhood, I no longer need to blame any other person. I no longer need to look at my specific person and be like, you make me feel this way. Like, I don't like it when you do this. Because I start seeing that I've experienced this before too. And so many times when we experience something, when we experience especially painful things in our childhoods, we become identified with those stories and those feelings. They become patterns, those thought processes, thought chains. They become automatic. They just keep happening. We don't even need to be aware of them. We don't even notice. They become subconscious processes. And then they keep repeating over and over again in our lives with different people, in different situations. But deep down, it always comes back to the same old belief. Beliefs like, I'm not enough. I'm not important. People don't care about me. Nobody loves me. I'm not lovable. Stuff like that. It just manifests in different circumstances over and over again. So when you are experiencing something that you wouldn't want to experience, whether it be a breakup or separation, or a worry, a fear that your relationship might break down, take a step back, notice what's going on. You can let go of that old story by, first of all, allowing yourself to see it and express those suppressed emotions. How does it make me feel? Try not to express your emotions to another person at this stage. Don't call your specific person and blame them for stuff. Because most likely it is something, it's a pattern that has been happening, that has been repeating in your life for a very long time. And your specific person is just like a mirror, showing you what is inside of you. It's not their fault. It's just that you have this belief, and you're basically, it's like you're wearing these glasses. Like, you interpret, you view this physical reality through those glasses of not being good enough, of not being important. And that distorts the way you see this reality. It shapes your experience. And if you want to change that, you can. You can change it. You can change these triggers, but you first need to become aware of them. That way you can start seeing that they are not who you are. You can start seeing why they are happening. They are happening because in my childhood, this thing happened. It made me feel this way. And now it just keeps repeating over and over again. I feel the same way as I felt in my childhood. It's crazy when you start remembering, like, oh, I actually felt this way when I was 5 years old. And I was 7 years old. I just had forgotten about it. I've never seen a feeling in my life. Like, I've never experienced a feeling or a situation that didn't have any link to my childhood. Especially these very painful triggers. Abandonment, feeling of not being good enough, insecurities, shame, all that kind of, even jealousy, all these painful triggers, they are linked to our childhoods. Our specific persons, like our partners, people who we have very close relationships with, they might trigger us very easily, but we need to notice that they are not the trigger. They just reflect back to us what is already within us. So we can let go of the blame. And when we let go of that, it is so powerful, because you start noticing that if this other person is not the reason why I feel this bad, or this other person is not the reason why things are going wrong. It's more about my experience, the glasses I see this reality, the glasses with which I see the reality. It's more about that. It's more about what happened in my childhood. It's so powerful, because then you can change what is going on in your life. But you cannot change something you don't see. If you keep avoiding it because you don't want to feel bad, you don't want to entertain those negative emotions, it's not going to work. Okay, you should not dwell on those emotions, but at least once, you should take a look at them. See what's going on without judgment. Write those things down. And when you do that, they lose their power, because you start seeing that they are not true. They are not who you are. It is not what you want to have in your life. And you have the power to change it. And when you clear up this space, like we talked about before, you first need to clear up some space before you can see better new things in your life. So you can clear up that space by doing this. And when you do this process, it becomes so easy and effortless for you to practice your new reality, whether it be with affirmations or meditations, whatever technique you use. You're going to feel so much better, because you first need to show up for yourself. You cannot just suppress those emotions. I've done that so many times. Even till today, I sometimes keep avoiding my difficult emotions. And let me speak from experience. It doesn't work. But the process that I just shared with you, it works every single time. But you might need to repeat it a couple of times, but it will so be worth it because it is going to change your life. It is going to change everything. It's going to change your life from inside out. That's the inner work you have to do. And I assure you, it is going to make you feel better. Because every time I do this, it truly makes me feel better. It truly changes things. Whenever you do the inner work, your outer reality, physical reality, is going to change. People are going to start treating you differently. The same person that left you, they could be coming back to you and saying sorry. I've experienced that too. People who are never saying sorry for what they do now come back to me and apologize. It's not like I need that apology anymore, but it just comes to me because I've cleared up that space. I've cleared up all the junk, those negative limiting beliefs. So this is how you can use the law of attraction and conscious manifesting to save your relationship. And let me remind you one more time, it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. It doesn't matter what is happening in your physical reality. You can still do this process. It is going to be very unique to you. Like you have your own beliefs, your own experiences, your own childhood traumas and triggers. But this can still help you. It can make a very big difference. So that's my video for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this one, please give it a like to let me know and comment below if you have any more questions or comments related to this process, and I will see you in the next video.